quit my toxic corporate job to build a company that spreads joy, and this is bummer to say out loud, but I failed over and over again. But being an entrepreneur, especially being a creative entrepreneur, it's being willing to step outside of perfectionism. And I'll be honest, low-key, I try my best to be perfect, and I hate that about myself. You have to have the courage to try and fail and then get back up and try again. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through my summer of failure. This is ridiculous. And how I'm rebuilding myself from scratch. Now, before I tell you how I almost got scammed, let me give you a little bit of backstory. I'm a multi-passionate creative, so I've tried everything that I was interested in. It was like, if I had an idea and I could imagine it, I'm the type of person that'll go after it. But secretly, I also am a rule follower. I do my best to color within the lines as frequently as possible. I would work a traditional 9 to 5, and then in the margins of my life, I would do the things that made me feel the most alive. I'll be honest, I always hated that phrase, fail forward. Have you heard this before? Because people like me, we don't get the opportunity to fail. I didn't grow up wealthy, so like, if I made a financial mistake, it had huge ramifications on my life, and I'm black. And there is fully a system designed that wants to put my ass in prison. Now, I started as a graphic designer, and then I was able to work my way up to being a creative director in advertising, and I love that journey. It was actually really fulfilling and meaningful for me. But in reality, that wasn't the goal, right? That was just like what I needed to do in order to survive in the kind of current system that exists in the world. And then the things that actually set my soul on fire, I do them before or after work, building my ideas so that I can share them with the world. Now, I did have 2 attempts at leaving the traditional 9 to 5, and the first one was not so great. I was able to build a successful web design business, but I have literally no interest in web design, and so it was like I built a prison for myself. And then the second time, I was genuinely living the fantasy. I got the book deal, I wrote the Reset workbook, and I was having the time of my life, kind of doing joy bombs and creating a group coaching program. But that ended in a cancer scare that pushed me into the most toxic job that I have ever had in my entire life. Like literally the most toxic workplace. And for context, I hate talking about this toxic job so much because I've worked all these other places and they were totally fine. Like I worked in advertising for over 15 years and I loved just about everywhere I worked except the last one. But I think I was pulled there because I needed to learn this lesson. That job pushed me headfirst into a spiritual awakening because I had to separate my self-worth from my job title for the first time. And when I quit with $25,000 in a bank account, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to build a company that spreads joy. Now, my actual mission is to reset how we live, work, and play with more joy. My company is So Curious. We create products and experiences that make you feel more human. So I'm launching new products in my online shop. I'm throwing these art pop-ups in Austin called Joy is a Revolution. Y'all, I'm so proud of these. They're so cool. Trying to build the momentum so I can go on this 6-city tour. I'm coaching one-on-one with creative professionals that are trying to make some moves in their career. And I'm getting consulting clients. Either it's marketing strategy or it's illustration. And low-key, I'm getting a whole bunch of illustrations. I'm like super excited about it. And yes, it was full of challenges, but slowly it feels like it's working. It's coming together. And then June happened. I get an email from a potential client, and basically it's a $4,800 illustration project. Now they have a pretty quick turnaround time, but due to my schedule being relatively flexible, I was like, oh, I can make this work. This will be really fun. I'm like, bet, the money is right. As long as I get the deposit, we about to do this. I'm very excited about it. And this was beautiful because it was also happening at exactly the right time. I had just finished a retainer client and I had just offboarded one of my coaching clients. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready to step into whatever this new thing is. I get the money, I deposit it in my account, and let me tell you, I am breathing easy. When you're launching a new business, you have to live a little bit more sparse than you're used to living. And so over the course of the past year, I wanted to reinvest everything that I made into what I was building. I'm not really eating out. I'm not really going out for drinks like that. For real, bare bones. But when that money hit my account, I'm like, I'm sitting pretty. We good. I'm about to have a beautiful weekend. I cook a decadent meal. I go out for drinks with a friend. And then I even buy EOS, the fancy lotion. Have you tried this? It's so good. Oh my God, it's so creamy. Oh, beautiful. Smells so good too. And when Monday rolls around, I'm ready to get started on this illustration contract. I check my phone and I got this text from the client. Did you get my email? Why are you ignoring me? Now that's a red flag right there. I check my email and they're like, we're gonna cancel phase 2 of the project. We need you to send us back half of the money that we sent you. And I'm sitting here like, in what world am I gonna send you this money back? Who you think I am, Boo Boo the Fool? Get out of my face. This has literally never happened before in my career. Like, what are you talking about? But you know, I go into investigative mode. I'm like, let me go into my bank account. Let me see what's going on. And the $4,800 that I had put in my account is not there. Now, initially I was in shock, but now I fully understand what happened. In the illustration world, a lot of projects are started via an email conversation, and you might not even have a phone call before you kickstart a project. But for me, if you send me the deposit, we good. I will work on anything for you. I think these scammers knew that and they used it to their benefit. What they do is they send out these fraudulent checks, they have you deposit it into your account, and then they ask you for half of the payment back. And their intention is for you to send the money to them before it has been removed from your account so that they are able to steal a portion of your money. Now that's crazy. I hate that we live in a time where people take advantage of people in this way. It really is heartbreaking. But honestly, to take advantage of artists in a world that actually is literally at war with joy and art is the most frustrating that I have ever heard of. And honestly, it pisses me off. It's disgusting. And so I'm dealing with the reality that, oh, I had a contract, that contract is no longer happening, and so I need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my month. So I'm like, oh shuck, I gotta get this together. Unfortunately, there's more. I don't love talking about my interpersonal relationships on videos because like I don't want y'all all up in my business like that, but I will say this. I've noticed something is very heartbreaking when you have the audacity to live in alignment with yourself and show up authentically online. It will really ruffle people's feathers, and unfortunately, it will happen with the people that are the closest to you in your life. It will be family, it will be friends, and they will try to pull you into these unnecessary drama cycles because they are dealing with their own stuff and they want you to be a part of it. Because for some reason, you being you triggers them. Now, I don't get it. I'll be honest, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Because being a creative entrepreneur and having the audacity to do this thing, it's not easy. It's hard. Every step of it is hard. And life for me, it has not been a crystal stair. There have been tax, boards have been pulled up. Have you read this poem by Langston Hughes? It was actually one of my favorite poems as a kid. Mother to Son is actually one of my favorite poems by Langston Hughes. But yeah, I have people in my life that should be lifting me up and they're trying to tear me down. And I'm like, you're trying to tear me down at a time when I am actually the lowest I have ever felt and I have the least money that I have ever had. How dare you have the audacity to try to show up this way? I'll tell you something though. Some people you can't always give them grace. Some people you just have to set clear boundaries and move forward. And you got to focus your energy back on yourself so that you can get back on track. And honestly, that's the only choice I had in that situation. But there is good news. While those experiences knocked me off my balance, it also gave me the opportunity to grow. And I'll be honest, I was defeated. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, I don't know how to solve these problems. I'm just one guy trying to build a company that wants to spread joy, and everywhere I turn, there is challenge after challenge after challenge. But that was a victim's mindset, a mindset that life is happening to me, and removing the fact that I am a powerful creator. I have the capacity to create the reality that I want to see in the world. And also, I'm a fighter. I'm not giving up easy. If this business is to fail, it will not be because I did not try my hardest. It will not be because I crawled up into a little ball and gave up. It will fail because I did everything that I could and I couldn't figure it out. And I'm okay with that reality. Yeah, I had an opportunity to understand how resourceful I am. And that's one thing I also love about my personal relationship with spirituality. Something bad will happen and I'll be like, why is this happening to me? And then like a few weeks later, a few months later, sometimes a few years later, I'll be like, oh, you were teaching me a lesson. Okay, thanks, I guess. Like you didn't have to teach me like that. You could have been easy on me, but I'll take it. So I ended up creating a course. It's called Launch the Damn Email Newsletter already. And this was a transformative part of my growth. I'd always wanted to do this course, but for some reason I had been putting it on the back burner. And under this financial duress, I'm able to like commit to the bit and do the thing rather quickly because I kind of needed to do it rather quickly. Now, if you're the type of person that wants to find their creative voice and really commit to sharing online regularly, I highly recommend it. From there, I was able to do a collage workshop series with a group of middle schoolers. And then I was paid by the city of Austin to actually do, and this is really cool, the third Joy is a Revolution pop-up event. The beauty here is that it solidified something in me. Nothing will block this light. I promise you, no matter what I go through, I will continue to fight. I will fight for this dream. I'm willing to do what I need to do to make this work. My goal is to do meaningful, heart-centered work in this world, and I will do that. I will do that until I can't do it anymore. We fall down, but we get up. I'm about to take y'all to church. We fall down, but we get. You gotta allow yourself to feel the feelings. It sucks. You will be sad. You will feel depressed. You will be like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? But oftentimes, the only way to get to the other side is to go through the challenge. Yes, the obstacle is always the way. The obstacle is always the way. Yeah, I quit my toxic corporate job to spread joy, and I thought failure meant that I wasn't cut out for this. But now I see failure was the only way that I could build this life. You have to fail forward. That is the only way. Everybody fails forward, because failing forward means that you have the courage to get back up when life knocks you down over and over and over again. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, is that a lot of times what we're doing is not a zero-sum game. You don't have to win every single time. Just the process of sharing your voice and showing up online regularly gives you the opportunity to iterate. It gives you the opportunity to make tiny tweaks and do it better the next time. And so instead of thinking of it as a series of failures, it's actually a series of experiments. Now, if you want to keep this conversation going, there are two things you can do. I launched a group coaching program for creative professionals. It's called Creative Reset. I really want to help people that are ready to start finding their voices and start showing up regularly online. And if you're ready to take the next step, you can download my free personal brand blueprint. Y'all, this is so good. It's like one of the best ebooks that I have written, like genuinely. I don't know why it's free. It should not be free. You should download it now before it's not free, because it should not be free. And if you just want to spread a little bit more joy in your life and the lives of the people you love, you can visit my shop, shop.socurious.co. We got some cute little products, new greeting card line I'm super excited to share with the world. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.